All right. Our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Getting Upset with My Husband When He Decided He Wanted to Cut Caffeine Out of His Diet? All right. So I just thought this one was kind of funny. I'm going to read this in an over dramatized voice here, since people seem to enjoy that a lot. But this is in no way meant to make fun of OP. I just thought that this would be a fun story to read in an over dramatized way. Let's get started. Yes, I know the title sounds strange, but please just hear me out. I'm a 27-year-old female, and my husband is a 31-year-old male, and we've been married for about 3.5 years. We have a daughter who's almost a year, and I'm pregnant, yay, with our second child, who we found out is going to be a boy, and I'm just so excited. So, we go out about once a week for our date night, to either Mexican, Thai, or an Italian restaurant. Neither of us drink, so we always order a Diet Pepsi with a lemon twist. It's just kind of the thing that we do. Last week, we went out to a Mexican restaurant, and instead of a Diet Pepsi, my husband ordered a lemonade. After the waitress left, I asked him why he'd ordered a lemonade. I didn't mind. I just never seen him order it that before. He made the announcement that he decided to stop consuming caffeine. It just took me aback. I'm not necessarily saying that this is the healthiest thing, but we both like to have coffee together in the morning, and we both like to have Diet Pepsi with dinner. I felt as though he was unilaterally changing our relationship dynamic. When I asked him why he had made that decision, he just said, I wanted to see if I felt better without it. And I got kind of upset with him. I kept pressing him even after we left dinner, and finally he said, Well, I didn't want to say anything, but since you won't let this go, I have a problem with back knee, as I'm sure you've noticed. I've heard that caffeine can contribute to this. I just want to see if cutting it out will make a difference. When I asked him why he hadn't just said that to begin with, he answered, Because it's embarrassing, and besides, why does it matter? If I just want to quit caffeine, why do I need to justify it to you? By the way, I've noticed that he has a slight body acne problem, but I never made an issue out of it. It's not so bad that I don't know why he cares if I'm not objecting to it. In my opinion, as we are married, even cutting something so seemingly minor as caffeine out of our diet both affects us, so it should be discussed. Was I wrong to make an issue out of it? Edit. In fairness, I should mention that I kind of got upset with him at dinner, and was giving him a hard time. All right, OP. I think I understand where you're coming from here. I think that you're probably a little bit of a jerk in this situation, but I think that you're upset because things are changing. And I think that you're also upset because you felt like this was something that you two had. And basically, he took this thing away from you, and it basically has caused, you to question, what will you two do instead? Like, if the thing that you have is drink coffee together and in the morning, or have, a Pepsi with lemon or something to that effect, and this is like a tradition, I think that you're afraid that losing that tradition is like losing a part of your relationship. And I think that probably is misguided here. I don't think that is really going to weaken your relationship. I don't think that losing this tradition is going to make your relationship any less durable. And I think that's where you're coming from here, and I can certainly understand that point of view, and I can understand why you would feel potentially upset by that. But again, I don't think that this should be a major concern for you. I think that your husband has legitimate concerns about how much coffee or how much caffeine he's consuming, and he wants to see if this is going to help his complexion. And you say, well, I don't mind about it, so why does he care? But he clearly cares about it because it bothers him. It's bothering him enough that he's changing it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about you. If it's something that he wants to change about himself and he wants to change it for the better, then you should be supporting your husband and not trying to guilt him into basically drinking caffeine so that you two can have some kind of tradition. I think all that's going to do is cause resentment on his part because, again, this is something that he wants to change about himself. And if he feels like you're holding him back, then that's just grounds for resentment. I think your concerns here are misplaced. And I think that you should be working towards supporting your husband and helping him in this endeavor. If he decides that he wants to go back to caffeine, then you two will be able to have your tradition again. If he decides that cutting out caffeine for good is what's best for him, then you should support him in that. So anyhow, take care and good luck. This is a weird thing to get upset about. Him cutting caffeine, unilaterally changing your relationship dynamic. You're the jerk. Hearing you out didn't help. OP has understated the seriousness of what's happened here. It might also have caused a paradigm shift. Shudders.